mop it. Huh, actually that's done okay. See how much we're dragging? We're not. Which would make sense because we've moved that in. Right, let's see if it'll go up. No, it's not going down. That's because we've moved it in. So we do need to take a bit of tension out of it. So we're probably going to have to, because that's the cable that's holding that now, not the stops. In fact, no, it'll be the stops. It'll be the stops. Come on, Mark, think about it. There you go. That's right, it is starting to... That's okay. Shouldn't be up there on that one anyway. Probably could do with going down a little bit on this, so if we can adjust that down a bit, that might help us. Be interested to see when we... It's just catching a bit there, so I would like a little bit more off it. Oops. I'm a big fan of this fluorescent green glue. Come on, where are you? Hours on end videos on this channel, punching around in my box. I never used to have this problem in the other one because everything was in drawers and you could get to it. Let's see if that's any better. Let's look a bit better. Oh, like butter. So quick. You might find actually the changing's a bit better now because the whole crankset's moved across a bit. Yep. All good. We're going to need a 5. We're going to need a 4. Right, let's have a look at this headset tube now. See if we can, where's the best place for you? We'll put you there, and then I can go round the back and try not to trip over anything. So I think that we've got a problem with it's too tight, and that's why it's stiff. It is stiff. That is definitely stiff. You can hear it's stiff. So there's something not right. Hopefully the bearings haven't collapsed. So if I slacken off these, haha, got you this time because I came prepared with a 4. And possibly been over tightened as well onto a carbon thing. So I'm hoping we haven't done any. Say we. Whoever put it together hasn't done any thingy damage. And I think that this is too high. So I think what we're going to see when we take this off, we take the cap off, is we're going to see, in fact fact, I'm going to have a look at the cap now. I'd normally leave the cap on because it'll stop the forks from falling down. It used to be better when I do this in the workshop. It's better because I can hang the forks up from the ceiling. Not the forks, the handlebars up from the ceiling, so it doesn't put any pressure on the cables. But it's not like the hydraulics, so it's less of an issue. Right. Okay, that's not what I expected to see. I still might move it a little bit though. I might take that little tiny ring off and put it up there. I just think it needs it. I think it's a little bit too close, and that's a bit mullered as well. But I think it's just too tight. So we'll slacken it off. We'll get the bearings out and we'll give them a really good clean and see where that leaves us. Because we should be able to feel whether there's any problem with the bearing then. So like I said, they don't have to turn a lot. Right, so that should now move. And that's still stiff, so that's worrying. But it could be that it's just under tension. The biggest problem is going to be if this is... And why are they hard to get off there? That's worrying. So put these down and don't get my spludger straight onto the carpet. Right, that does feel a bit looser now. It still doesn't explain why I can't get these off, which is a bit of a weird one. Yeah, that one definitely. So I wonder if we've got a deformed tube like that, like the holes were going out. I don't think it won't make much difference to Anne's riding position if I do move them around a little bit. But yeah, they are really stiff on there for some reason. So I'm trying not. I can't hit it that hard. You know, we've got that one off. I think there is a defect in the steer tube, because as soon as I get them past it, it seems to be okay. Yeah, because that's now stiff on it as well. As long as the bearings are okay and whatever deformation is there is not delamination, I think we'll probably be okay. But it's definitely stiff there. Right. Sorry, oops, what's going off there? Oh, you're stuck behind the thing. Right, I think I've worked out what's going off and worked out what's happened. The insert has been over tightened and it's splaying it out. So we'll just try and recover it, so we can take the pressure off. So I need to get this out, because otherwise if I slacken it off and I keep wailing on it, it's just all that's going to happen is it's going to disappear down inside the frame, and that's not good. There we go, I've got you. Right, so what's happened is somebody's over tightened that, and it's forced the carbon to be slightly larger in the steer tube. It's not ideal. There you go, straight down there. So we'll check it, see if it's caused any delamination. But I think we're going to be pretty much stuffed in getting replacements for these forks. So it's just going to have to stay, I think. All right, let's have a look. No, I think we're okay. I think it's just been slightly over tightened. It's caused a little bit of a bulge. The fact that it's relaxed back in again suggests that we are okay. Alright, so what I do need to do now is just get these bearings out. So they are in the top. So there's always a split piece that drives down and pins it, and then that bearing feels okay actually, but it would be nice if I could get it out. And there should be the same under here as well. Right, let's see if we can get the bearing knocker in, knocker outer inner outer knocker. This sometimes doesn't work. I don't really like using these on this, but there we go. It's okay. It's not like you're hitting the other bearings where it's going to damage the race, because all I'm hitting is the back end of the race. So we've just got to check that one. That's the bottom one, so we'll put that one over there, and then we've got the same to do at the top as well. That's it, it's just broken it loose. Good news is it looks nice and clean under there. There's no sign of corrosion on the bearings, so I think they're okay. They feel smooth enough. I think it has just been over tightened. We'll check that one. There's a little bit of sign of corrosion on that one. Aha, hold on a second. Right, that one's not moving. So we might be sticking that one in the washer. So I think it was just that bottom, yeah, that bottom one's jammed up. So it's always the bottom one that goes. It's like that. This takes the brunt of what's coming off the bike. So what we'll do is we'll just pop out that rubber seal. We'll get it moving again, and then we'll get it in the parts washer. It doesn't need to be. We could replace the bearing. Good news is it's not rusty on the cups or anything. It doesn't know signs that it's been spinning in there. So I think that's all we need to do is just clean it up. Get it in the parts washer and strip it down. Got to get it moving first though. A little bit of a tidy up on my desk. Right, so they're the top ones. We'll keep them separate. So again, that one is moving nicely. So the bottom one should be the same as that. Now unfortunately I haven't got any spare bearings. I sometimes do have some off bikes that we've stripped down or got rid of, but that one looks fine. There's a rubber seal there, we just need to pop that off on the other one. But that's running lovely. Just quickly clean these up. Yeah, that's completely jammed up that. Right, let's see if we can get it to pieces. If we can't, we need a new headset. And that's going to be a real pain up the backside, because the chance of me finding what sort of headset they are, because I can't read any numbers on here. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge. There we go. Trusty knife. So what I will do is, because these bearings are the same, is I will put that one on the bottom and put this one on the top, because I am invariably going to damage this seal trying to get it out. So it would be better if that seal is on the bottom. Actually not done too bad a job of that. Right. So that'll be full of rust and muck and grime and crap that's come up off the roads. Yep. So I think the best thing we can do with this is just get it in the parts washer and see if it'll come free after it's been in the parts washer, and then fill it full of oil and hopefully sometimes just cutting out all this crap out the back of it, because it's quite a tight joint. There's not much tolerance there. Sometimes just cleaning that out actually helps free it up again. Once you tend to find once you get them moving, they're all right, but it's getting them moving. And it really does not want to move. Right, let's get the parts washer cranking up. I need about half a litre of cleaner in here. I haven't got a measuring jug, but I know that these water bottles are about half a litre. So I'll just quickly shove that in there. I put warm water in here to start off with. This is standard parts, I keep saying parts washer, it's ultrasonic cleaner. So this is ultrasonic cleaner, Allendale Ultrasonics UK, I got it from. Oxidation removal ultrasonic solution for removal of oxidation from metals including non-copper, steel and iron, copper, tin, steel. So it removes corrosion as well as chips, grease and crap and stuff like that. So hopefully, so we'll leave that percolating away until it gets up to temperature. Then we'll chuck the parts in, or the part in, see where we end up with that, and I might chuck some other stuff in. Don't know. Right, job's a good one. Don't bother to wait any longer. In she goes. Do you want to see it turn on? Come on then. Just give it a quick 5 minutes to start. Right, so these are at about 2 hours in the ultrasonic now. And when I say these, you'll see that's the headset bearing. And I actually chucked that other bottom bracket bearing in as well, just for a laugh. Oops. Yourselves in. Are you in? Can you see? Yep, you'll do. So after much revisiting and running them up and down and twizzling them with my fingers and getting them going, eventually they are spinning again. They are pretty grumbly, so I don't think we're going to be able to salvage these. I can chuck some grease in them and keep them for an absolute emergency if somebody needs a short-term fix to get them going again, but I wouldn't use them in anger. You can feel that they're a bit notchy, so the races are probably pitted. I think all the crap's out of them now, though, judging by the state of the ultrasonic. And these were absolutely ram solid. They would not budge at all, but even they're spinning now. So I might chuck a bit of grease in and see if we can get them back together. Just for a laugh. Please don't do this at home. That's the right way up. Even with greasing, you can hear they're still noisy. Turns though. So again, if we're desperate, I did actually order another set of bearings up. I anticipated them not coming back, judging by after the first half an hour they were showing no signs of freeing up. Yeah, you can feel they're not running smoothly. They'd probably be okay in a bottom bracket, in a not bottom bracket, in your headset, because it literally does that. But I think we're probably looking at that. They're going to seize up again, aren't they? But again, we'll keep them as a spare, just in case. Might as well do the same for these now, just to see what they go like. I think these are spinning a little bit more freely, but they're a different type of bearing. Again, common misconception with these sealed bearings is you don't need to completely pack them like you would a wheel bearing with a roller cage bearing. That's the one, isn't it? Yep, that's the one. might be putting it in the wrong side. I think it might be in this side, this one. Yes, it is, because the other one's got a, didn't have one, did it? It used the, yeah, they're still graunchy. Don't know what we did with the other one. I think we chucked it in the, yeah, that feels awful. Nothing else, it was a good exercise just to see if the parts washer would freeze something up, and it has freed it up. Would you use it? Probably not. Curious, and that's what I did with the other one. Put it in here. Don't know how much video is left on that. How much battery is left on that? There's, oh, there, no, there. Yeah, so I think that's the bottom bracket that was on there, and that's the bottom bracket I added. Can't bother to knock it out though. Anyway, that's that. Dog's going nuts. Right, we'll call that and just wait for parts again. Another one that's turning into a saga. So I'll come back when we've got the new headset bearings. Right, we're back. A few days have passed. And the annoying thing was, with all of this, is I was going to whip the headset off right at the beginning and just fix it because it was a quick fix. And if I had done that, I would have got the missing parts in a lot quicker. Sorry, I'm battering you there. Just trying to clear all the crap out of the way. Yeah, well, that has been a little bit over tightened, hasn't it? Right. I'll clean all the grease off the forks later. Bearings! Where have they gone? Oh, here. So the bearings arrived. They are, in case you're wondering, they are the older style. They are the 1 1/8, and for this particular frame, they are the P08 H8. So that means basically it's 8 mil, 41.8 on there, and they should just drop in. Yeah, they're going to drop in. I'm going to put a bit of grease under them. In fact, I might put a bit of molly slip under. Let me just see if I've got some. Yeah, so a copper slip or molly slip, whatever you want to call it. So it just, what this does is it stops galvanic interference. Now I've seen some people just say that you can just put normal grease on, it creates a barrier. It doesn't. And I've seen some fairly senior, well-respected bike shops saying that you can just get away with putting normal grease on. You can't. Right. The good thing about this stuff is even if you get high temperatures, low temperatures, you don't get any problems with it. You don't need a lot on. I've just put a smear on, but that is enough to stop any galvanic interference. I'd already cleaned that top one out and the bottom one. So I only had a small dot, but you can rub it all the way around and it goes a long, long way. Because as soon as you shove the other stuff in, it tends to rub off as well. That's it. Perfect. Yep. Right, let me go and collect up all the missing bits. Missing bits, where are you? I think I chucked all the bits in here. Right, so we could do with a little bit of a clean off first. I think I might need a new rag. So that's fairly minging. That's the final race. That's possibly the original grease from when this bike was built. It's that thick and gloopy. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It does stink. I do remember that, it stinks. Now there should be a little O-ring inside there, which there is, and that's still intact, so that's good because that helps grip the that. We're going to stick a thin one on the top. That's the locker, and we need to put that back in as well, with a little bit of assembly lube on there. So I'll just go and find the assembly lube. Hopefully you've been watching all of that lot. We'll go and find the assembly lube. Right, assembly lube in. So it does not need to be over tightened. Right, see if we can make sure we get this the right road around. I think there's much we can do wrong with this bit. Oops. Well, we will do that. We'll just put a bit of grease on there. Just to put a little barrier in place just to stop the crap from coming up. That's it. Happy bunny, right. Now I need some. Generally put the bigger ones on. Oops, no, I forgot. So that has to go in first. Normally put the dot at the back, because when you're braking, you don't want it banging against the gap. Somebody will tell me I'm wrong, but it makes perfect sense to me. Stay there. So again, just a little bit of grease in there like we had before. Just act as a barrier to catch anything that comes through. I'm after slacking off that. Insert. And where do I want the FSA? I like to have it front and back. And a big one. really big one down there. I like to put the big one on first, then the smaller ones, and then throw one of the smaller ones across the room. Now we've added extra dog fluff. And one of them. Yeah, there are too many on there. It is too high up. I suspect that's partly why it's been deformed. Right, well, that's a little bit more sensible. Oh, we need a 5. That's another 5. That's a 5. You missed most of that, didn't you? So what we've done is just altered the order of these now to make sure that we've got enough of this biting down on the slight bottom now that. So we can't go much further with that now until we've got it on the floor, and then I can tighten them up and we can jiggle it around a bit and see where we are with it. So we'll get the wheels back on, we'll get it on the ground, and then we'll line that up so we can get it down off the stand now. Right, you can watch all that if you want. Finish off adjusting them when it's down. Then miles out of line. Just lining them up. Nope. I think that's good. Just checking for head knock. We don't appear to have any. So let me just nip these up before we lose them. And then I'll torque them up to the correct specification. Which for a carbon tube is somewhere between 5 and 6. So I generally do 5. Just leave that there. Find our torco. Pull them out and we are set to way over 4, 5. That's it. All's good. Oh yeah, that feels brilliant now. Right, just make sure the brakes are centred up. Perfect. It's turning nicely. That's spinning freely. Job's a good one. So let's just have a quick recap on what we've done on this. So headset was reporting as being stiff. The bottom ball racer completely seized and was spinning. There's something funky going on with the stem. It's been slightly damaged because that had been over tightened. There's not a lot I can do with that without replacing the forks now. It has been damaged, but it's not structurally unsafe. What else we got? Bottom bracket was also spun bearing as well. So we fixed that, replaced the bearings on that with a new Italian bottom bracket because we discovered it was Italian. And we have re-indexed the gears and everything is good. Everything is working perfectly. So we can send this one back on its way. There we go. Jobs are good, and don't forget, like and subscribe. There are some more bikes coming in, so it's going to be a lot of bikes now. Everybody's starting to come out of the pain caves, realise the bikes aren't working properly, or they've been on the turbo, and now they go out for a ride on the road and realise the bikes don't work properly. I'm collecting my new bike to replace the one I got knocked off tomorrow. So we might make a little video about that. It's a brand new bike. And at some point, I've got to do a full strip down and a service on the Beast, because that has never had a full service since I've had it, and it's long overdue. So that needs a complete full strip down, grease, clean, and anti-seizing as well, because they do have a bit of a reputation for suffering from galvanic interference. So we will have to see what we need to do to that. I think I did smear some copper slip round on a couple of places at the end of last year, but and I've got to do something with the bars as well. They're too low. They need moving up, and obviously you can't just tilt, which is what I'd normally do for a fix. I'm not entirely happy where the little blip shifters are. I've got some sprint shifters buttons on there and they need moving. So I'm going to move the controls up a little bit. It only wants to go a couple of degrees. Make sure they're level as well. I've got a tool for doing that, but obviously I've got to take that off to do it. And then we'll decide what we're going to do with the old bike. We'll probably strip that down. And sat next to it is the original Holsworth, my first brand new bike. That's not true actually. I bought a Diamondback from Halfords that was a complete pile of shite that was brand new. But no, that was my first brand new proper bike, and I got 10 years out of that before the frame passed away. I've got a couple of bits to do. I've just got to check the tension on the kicker as well. But anyway, right, we're just waffling now. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Please, please, please like and subscribe. Doesn't take hardly any of your time. Doesn't cost you anything. Will massively help the channel. And if we can get up to 1,000 subscribers, do you know what? I might be able to work it into my retirement plan that I do some more of this kind of stuff. But anyway, right, enough of that.